Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name's Alicia, and in today's video, I am so happy. My order from Dominique Cosmetics finally came in. The day that she dropped her Wide Awake collection, I was like, yes, I was on it. I was waiting on the website. I took my break at work right at the time she was dropping this so I could be sure that I was there ready to go. So I picked up the concealer. I also picked up the setting powder. I did not pick up the sponge that released with this collection, but I did pick up the cream blushes that were back in stock. So I picked up the shade Soft Pink. I'm going to go ahead and get into the tutorial portion of this video. Okay, I'm coming to you with my makeup like halfway done. If you are interested in this eye look, I am doing a throwback palette Thursday with my Novelist side by side. So if you're interested in that, then just stay tuned. I will have that coming on Thursday. So we are going to go ahead and get right into this new collection from Dominique Cosmetics. I am a fan of Dominique Cosmetics. If you've seen my makeup collection videos, you would know that. But she suffers from dark circles, it's like hereditary for her. So when I saw her coming out with a concealer and a setting powder, I was like, yes, yes, I knew it would be good. So I hope that I picked the right colors. You know, picking shades online can sometimes be a little bit tricky. The first thing I got is the Wide Awake Full Cover Concealer. I have mine in the shade Oat Milk. And then I also picked up the Smooth and Blur setting powder in the shade Translucent. So this powder retails for $22. There is only 8 grams of product in here, so that is pretty small. So, I mean, that's something to kind of weigh on. The concealer itself is 4 milliliters, and this is the component here. It's very simple, but very pretty and chic as well. This is a plastic component, but it looks like frosted glass. Like, it feels very nice. Of course, you've got your Dominique Cosmetics logo right there. So this is just, I mean, I really like the packaging. We'll see, you know, once we actually start applying it. But also, I wanted to say, I love, like, her whole message behind her brand. On each box, I feel like there's something inspirational on there, and this says beauty inside and out. I just love that. All right, and then this is the component for the setting powder here. She also came out with a sponge in this collection, but I had very, very recently picked up the one from Lunar Beauty, so I actually really liked this one. I figured I could just use this one with this collection. All right, so first off, I'm going to go ahead and go into the concealer. Now, what is interesting about this is that the applicator tip, I don't know if you can see that, but it is just like, I guess, metal is what you would say. It's not like a cloth applicator. It is like a cold metal. And basically what she was saying is that you can never pick up too much product on here. This is full coverage, but it's like buildable full coverage, so you can shear this out and get a more light coverage look if you're looking for that. But there's also hyaluronic acid in here, so this is very like moisturizing, and it's just supposed to make you look nice and youthful. And then of course the metal applicator tip, that will be great for depuffing. So it's kind of like a 2-step in one thing. Like you've seen those things that you can kind of roll on your face and depuff and things like that. So this whole thing is kind of like a 2-in-1. Also, this metal applicator is a lot cleaner than ones that are cloth that bacteria can hold on to. So that was her whole thoughts in the design of this, and I think it's extremely clever, honestly. All right, so I am just going to go ahead and apply this. So I kind of wish I would have got a lighter color. This thing does feel very nice applying it. Like, it definitely feels good. Very, very cooling. I'm going to put just a tiny bit on my chin. But yeah, you can tell this is like the same color as my foundation. All right, so I'm going to dip back in here one time just for my other eye. But yeah, if this performs good, I might get a lighter color and just kind of use this for doing like all over my face, you know, kind of like spot concealing with this. Like if I don't want to wear foundation, I can just wear a few different concealer shades, a lighter shade under my eyes, and then spot concealing with one like this that's a little bit more my actual skin tone shade. So I think that's probably the route I would go if this performs well. All right, so I'm gonna let this sit on my skin for just a minute. I feel like if you let concealer sit, you'll get the most coverage out of it. So I'm gonna let this hang out for just a minute. All right, so I have my damp beauty sponge, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start just lightly blending this out. So I like that, you know, she was saying that this like is never cakey because there are so many hydrating qualities to this product, but the coverage is still there, and that, if it works like that, then that is the dream. So one eye to the next, you can see the coverage on here. I think that that is really pretty, honestly. Now, I'm going to go ahead and build up just a little bit more, just right in my very, like, darkest areas here. All right, I'm going to let that sit for another minute, and we'll see where we're at. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and blend this out now. I think it looks really like youthful and fresh. I'm going to go ahead and set the center of my face, and I'm going to do that with her setting powder. All right, so I'm just going to take off the cover here. All right, the only thing I will say is that the packaging for this could have been a little bit better just right off the bat. I can tell this is going to be one of those things that gets just really messy. I like the ones that have like the screw top where you can close them up completely and then just kind of shake out what you need. Whereas this just has the holes all in there. And so if you're traveling with this, or if it just gets knocked off or anything like that from your table, you're gonna have just a mess whenever you open this lid up. So just FYI. All right, so I just put a little bit in my lid here, and I'm gonna go in with my beauty sponge. Get some on here. And I'm just going to press this onto the under eye. Now there is supposed to be like hyaluronic acid in this powder as well, so it is supposed to be very blurring, non-cakey, and I will say from one eye to the other, like love. I mean, look at the difference, right? Do you see just how smoothed out this eye looks? All right, so I've got a little bit more here. All right, I dumped a little bit more powder, and I'm just going to, you know, set the kind of center of my face. So this is an up-close look at under the eyes, and I think it looks pretty good. You guys will have to let me know what you think. I do wish I would have gotten a little bit of a brighter shade. I think that that would help the effect, just because this is like my actual skin tone color. But, you know, we are going to go ahead I do have one other thing left to try. Her cream blushes came back in stock, so I had to pick up one of those. I got this shade Soft Pink. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my face, and then we will be back to try out this blush. All right, guys, I'm back. I've got on most of the rest of my makeup. I wanted to go ahead and use 2 Dominique Cosmetics products today, though. So I have the blush that I talked about a second ago, but I also have not used this in quite a long time. This is the Skin Gloss, and I have mine in the shade Golden Dew. Now, I remember, honestly, not really liking this that much, so I'm going to try it out today and see what I think, and I think I'm going to try to use it with a beauty blender. So I'm just going to get a little bit of this on my sponge, and I just want to tap and apply it that way. All right, and you can see from one side, this is the side without anything on it, to the other, you can see how that is picking up. Now, I will say I'm doing some damage on my actual product here, pressing it around on this beauty blender, but I just love applying cream highlighters with a beauty blender. All right, now we're gonna do just the tip of the nose, a little bit on the bridge, a little bit on the Cupid's bow, tiny bit on the chin, and then just a tiny bit right above the highest point of the brow as well. All right, so I think that that looks really pretty, and honestly, I think I prefer it with the sponge. I think last time I tried to use my finger or either a brush, but definitely I do like the way that this applies with a sponge. I think I'm going to put some on my collarbone as well. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can see from one to the other. This is beautiful how it catches the light. And again, I feel like it just looks healthy. Moving on to the blush. Now, the blush I have never tried before. This is the packaging here. So I'm going to hold it up beside the Skin Gloss. You can tell that this one is just like a light shade of pink. I do love her packaging. I really do. It's simple and it's beautiful and it's girly. This retails for $22 and it comes in 3 different shades, I think. So I got this one from Dominique Cosmetics direct website, and then on BoxyCharm they had these for sale, so I actually picked up the other 2 shades as well. I have those coming on the way to me, but this is the shade we are talking about today. This is Soft Pink. There it is there, and let's see whenever you blend it out. Yeah, just a soft pink, just like it says. Now I'm going to go ahead and swatch this highlighter as well. This is the highlight here. And as you can tell, it just blends so nicely into the skin and is like a nice brightening shade because it does have a little bit of yellow in there. All right, now with this blush, I'm trying to debate on what I want to use. A lot of the times with a cream blush, I will use this brush here. This is one from Wet n Wild. I feel like this might apply best with a beauty blender though. I think that that is what I'm going to try. Oh yeah, that is beautiful. And actually a whole lot more pigmented than I thought it would be. I barely got any on this sponge. So this is very pigmented. I feel like very smooth as well. And this really does just kind of blend in with your skin. So I got a little bit more than I would have liked. So I am just going back over this with a different part of the sponge and just kind of tapping over. just to lighten it. Because wow, the pigment on this. I really did not expect it to be that much. I mean, that's a good thing. That means you can use less product. But yeah, I did not know we were working with that. All right, so here are the complexion products. I think they look really nice. You guys will have to let me know what you think. Of course, the test will kind of be like how this wears. Is it going to look gross in a few hours? I will update the description box, so just be on the lookout for that. But I'm going to go ahead and put on my lipstick. Okay, so this is the finished makeup look. I think as far as the complexion products go, I think everything just looks really smooth and fresh, dewy. It's mattified and smoothed in the center parts of my face, which is what I was going for. But the rest of my face just looks nice and dewy and healthy and plump. So all good things, honestly. Let's go over these products really quickly. First off is the concealer. Now the concealer retails for $26. I think that the packaging of this is fantastic. I think it's something new to the market that I haven't seen as far as that metal applicator tip. I love how moisturizing it is. It did not look cakey. It just looked smoothed and like hydrated. And it's still, like currently, after I've got all of my makeup on and everything, I swear, under my eyes still feels cooler than the rest of my face. So I honestly think this is a hit. Again, I wish I would have got a little bit of a lighter color, so I probably will go back at some point and get a lighter shade, but this shade does work. So it's not something that I'm like rushing to do, you know what I mean? Now, this setting powder, this retails for $22. It is pricey for 8 grams. However, there's something special about the setting powder. It's kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. It is just very, very smoothing. I think this would be a really good like touch-up powder as well. I wish it was in better packaging because like I said, it is going to get messy with just the way it's packaged. That's just the nature of the beast. But I do think these are very pretty components, and I do think they both work well, which is the most important part. The skin gloss. I don't know why I didn't like this before. I don't know. I'll have to wear this and see how it wears throughout the whole day. But applying this with the sponge, I think it looks beautiful. And like the way it's catching the light, it's undetectable. Like it doesn't look like I have on a highlighter. It just looks like that glass skin effect is what I feel. So I actually really like that. And again, this is in the shade Golden Dew. I think that this retails for $22, just like the blush. Now the blush, holy pigment. This, I love that it looks like skin. I applied this with the Beauty Blender, and I think that that was the right call. It blends in seamlessly with the skin, and this is super pigmented, so you need the smallest little amount. This would last for freaking ever. Like, this would probably go bad before you used it all. So, yeah, that is my thoughts on everything today. Honestly, I really liked it. Let me know what you think. Did you pick up anything from the Wide Awake collection? I would love to know. Let me know what else you guys want to see down below, if there's anything in particular you would like to see me film. But I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.